In today's Minecraft video, I'm going to be showing you how to build Stampy's hot air balloon from his lovely world. So, without further ado, let's get into it. The materials you are going to need for today's build are here in this chest. Now there's not many this time, but if you are building this in survival, then I've left a list of the exact amount that you'll need of each of these items in the description of this video. For today's build, you're going to need an area that is 11 blocks wide by 11 blocks long. And to begin, we're going to come to the bottom left corner and we're going to count to the right by 5 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're going to count up a further 4 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. And here we're going to place our first block of oak planks. Then we're going to bring it back by another 2 blocks. And then we're going to expand it to the right by another block. And we should be left with this 2x3 rectangle. Then we're just going to place one more block on the right in the middle like this. Now we're going to take ourselves our oak stairs and we're going to place one in the back left corner of this shape. Then we're going to come behind it, place an oak plank on the back, and then another oak stair on the right of this plank. Then we're going to place another oak plank to the right and another oak stair in front of it. And we should be given this semi-upside down U shape. Now we're going to turn around and come to this corner of the shape, which is the bottom left one if you're looking at it from the front. And we're going to repeat the same thing. So we place an oak plank on the back, an oak stair on the left, another plank, and then another stair. And now we are starting to get this more curved shape. Now, to finish off the border of the outside, we're going to place a plank on the outside of each of our stairs, which should be a total of 4. Then, if we come back to the middle, we can place an oak stair in the gap between the planks. And now we're going to have our fully filled in shape. Now to finish off this bottom area, we're just going to break out the middle block of oak and replace it with glowstone. Now, to add some detail to the outside, on each of these sides that are 3 blocks long, we're going to place an oak trapdoor on both the left side and the right side. And we're going to repeat that on the 3 remaining sides. Doing it just like this. There we go. And now finally, we're going to take our ladders, and if we come to the front of the build, we're going to place it on the sides of the left-hand side and the right-hand side. And we do that on the back as well. So the ladders should only be visible from the back of the hot air balloon and from the front of the hot air balloon. There we go. Next, we're going to take ourselves our oak fences, and coming to the front here, on both the oak plank on the left-hand side and the right-hand side of our middle stair, we're going to make a column of fences that is 4 blocks high. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and we do the same on the other side. And now we're going to repeat that for all 3 remaining sides. So we're just going to do ourselves a total of 8 columns of fences. There we are. Now we're going to come to the middle here and we're going to connect up these fences with the fences in the back. Like this. And it should end up creating this shape. And then finally you're just going to connect up the side ones as well, which should give us a crisscross pattern with a 1 block in the center. And in this 1 block, this is where we're going to place ourselves our furnace. And now we should be left with this 3x3 area above the furnace, in which we're going to cover it with orange wool. And this is going to form the start of our hot air balloon. So, to start the process of building up the balloon, we're going to start by placing an orange piece of wool in each of the 4 corners of this 3x3 square. Then, on the front side, we're going to build ourselves a row of 3 orange wool coming out of the 2 corners. And we're going to repeat this on every side. Once we've done that, we should be left with this plus shape in the middle and a full rim going around the outside. Now to finish off this layer, we're going to place 1 more block in the middle of each side. And that will now give us a diamond shape. For the next layer, we're going to start by filling in the 2 blocks in each corner, like this, building it up by one. And then coming to the block that juts out on every side, we're going to build a 3 long row on top of it. So it should create this T shape. And we're going to do that on every single side. And then you'll notice that we've ended up surrounding the middle with a bunch of these U shapes. And then we're going to fill in each of the corners like this to give us a fully finished rim. Now we're just going to build up the outside portion of this ring with another block of orange wool. So we're going to miss the corner blocks that we placed first. And we do that coming the whole way around. Now, for the next layer, we start by once again filling in the 4 corners. Then, coming to any of the sides, we're going to place another orange block in the middle of the previous layer. And then we're going to cover this in another 3 long row, creating ourselves our T shape. And we repeat that on every single side, just as we've done before. And now finally, we can cover the corner blocks that we placed on both of the outside sides, creating this L shape. And for the next layer, we're just going to build up the outside of this shape. So the only block we're not going to extend are the corner blocks we placed first. And you're starting to notice the pattern here. And we're going to repeat this one more time. So we fill in the corners once again. Then we place a block in the middle of each of our sides, like this. We cover it in a 3 long row to create our T shapes, making sure to do it for all 4 sides, and then we cover the outside blocks of the corner blocks we placed. And we are once again left with our full outer rim. And now we just build up the outside row of this, missing the corners we placed originally. And with that done, that is the 3 copies that we're going to be doing of the same layer. For the next layer, it's going to be ever so slightly different. So we want to start by just simply filling in the middle block of each corner. So not every single block, just the one in the middle. Then we're going to come to the middle of one of our sides. We're going to place a block on top, and then we're going to extend it out to the left and the right by 2 blocks. And we repeat this on every single side. And it should leave us with these 5 long rows on every single side. And then we just fill in the outside of each of the corner blocks that we placed to create our full outer rim. Now we're going to build up the middle of the hot air balloon. So to create the stripe that goes around the outside, we're just going to simply cover the outer layer with 2 blocks of white wool, like this, ignoring the middle corner that we placed before. And then we're just going to cover this white wool with 1 more layer of orange wool, doing this the whole way around. And now with this done, this is where we're going to start bringing the hot air balloon back towards the middle so that we can top it off. So to do that, we're going to come to each of the corners and we're going to fill in the middle block here, as well as the block to the left and the right. And we repeat that on every single side. And what that does is gives us this fully filled in circle that doesn't have any gaps in any of the corners. Next, we're going to come to each side and we're going to place a block in the middle, as well as a block to the left and the right, creating a 3 long row. And we do that on all 3 sides. Then we're going to extend up each of these corner blocks we just placed by another block, which gives us this circle going around the middle that is 1 block in from our outer layer. Then for the next 3 rows, we're going to repeat the same process of filling in the rim in between. So we just want to place a block every single place in the center like this. And then we extend up each of these blocks until they're a total of 2 blocks high. And we're going to repeat that 2 more times. So we fill in the inside layer, coming all the way around in our ring shape, and then we build up the block like this. And now we just do it 1 more time, which should now no longer have any corner blocks. And then we cover it up like this. And then we're just going to simply fill in this 3x3 area that we are left with. And then finally, to top off the air balloon, we're just going to create a plus shape. So to do that, we place a block in the middle and then a block on every single side. And that is now the balloon done. So the final detail that we need to add is just the torches that stop mobs from spawning on the top. So the first one just goes right in the center block here. And then the last 8 are going to go, if we come to the side and where we have this 3 blocks that are jutting up, we're going to place one on the left hand side and the right hand side. And we repeat that for all 4 of the sides. There we go. And with that now done, that is the end of today's build. So it was a much quicker one today, but I do hope that you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye!